presenting. So take it away. It may or may not work, but you can definitely click and it's already queued up.
Okay, sounds good. Hi, everyone. So my name is Ben Davic. I am a third-year pharmacy student at the University of Pittsburgh. I'm in the pediatric ARCO here, and I also work at Children's Hospital. So a little bit more about our project. So our question would be, how might we increase knowledge of what a pharmacist does for middle school students? So this could be accomplished through a program that we collaborated with called Read to Lead. And if you don't know what Read to Lead is, it's a series of online computer games and educational programming that's targeted for middle school students specifically. And I know Ben Johnson is on the call, and I know that he was one of the pharmacy students that was actually involved in creating the actual game last year. So Pitt Pharmacy did collaborate with Read to Lead. They created 4 total games. And the specific game that we presented at the Pittsburgh Science and Technology Academy was called A Puzzling Prescription. And that involved a family coming in with one of the patients misusing one of their inhalers for asthma. And there's also a link I provided down there if you'd want to sign up and play the game. It's totally free. So a little bit more about what exactly we did during our trial run at the Pittsburgh Science and Technology Academy. So there was a lot of brainstorming, research, and very intensive planning that was behind this. And Jendaya could speak more about that because she was more involved in that. But we made surveys that would assess the knowledge of the middle schoolers before and after the game, and also had a Q&A session if they had any questions relating to the game and pharmacy as a whole. And after that was completed, we analyzed the survey results and kind of gathered whether or not this game benefited the middle school students and if they actually did learn anything from the game itself. So this is a graph that the question was asked, how would you rate your knowledge of pharmacy to the middle school students? So the graph on the left is before playing the game at all. And as you can see, there are a lot of responses that they didn't really know exactly what pharmacy was. Some did, but most didn't know entirely what pharmacy consisted of. And as you can see, after the game was completed, the graph on the right shows that a lot more of the middle school students gained a lot more of knowledge regarding pharmacy, which is awesome to see. Next we have Jendaya to talk a little bit more about what we did exactly.
Jendaya, whenever you're ready, you're all good from our side.
Hi, I'm Jendaya Johnson. I attend Pittsburgh Science and Technology Academy. I'm in my senior year. My educational pathway is attending a 4-year university and then finishing off at pharmacy school to get my PharmD. My ideal career is to become an industrial pharmacist or even a hospital pharmacist. Next slide. Okay, so from our pre and post test surveys that we had gave the middle school students, we quoted them based off of the responses. Something you know about pharmacy. Here's the responses. I'm just gonna pick one. So one of the students said that a pharmacy, well, they kind of spelled wrong. Don't mind that. But a pharmacy is where you go to get medicine at. And then for the post survey, one of the questions was something that you learned. They said when people are always used to the same medication, they might not take it right. So that there just showed us how the students developed their knowledge just by playing this game. Students really enjoyed the game. They asked a lot of questions and things like that. Next slide. Okay, so we had a Q&A with the students just to get like their ideal thoughts on the game and if they had any questions about pharmacy and things like that. So one of the questions on our post survey was, how well did you enjoy learning the learning game? And as you can see, none of the students said not so well. A lot of the students said very well. I feel like the game was very interactive and very like, what's the word I want to say? the students just took a lot of information from it and they really enjoyed the game very, very well. Next slide. And then we also asked the students some feedback on how they enjoyed the game. And I'm going to read off some of the quotes that the students had said. I love the game since you get to solve mysteries about what happened and what to do next. It's kind of confusing, but the game was pretty fun. It was a good game, a good and fun way to teach about pharmacy, and it was an interesting game. I think this was a good opportunity because the middle school students, we did this with the sixth grade. So they're fresh into middle school and they don't know a lot about pharmacy. So it's good to get just get ideal careers of maybe what you want to do when you get older. So being able to do this with the middle school students was a great opportunity. Next slide. And for looking ahead, Ben, if you want to speak on this, you can.
Yeah, so kind of the plan for looking ahead, obviously we would love to go back to the Pittsburgh Science and Technology Academy and do more trial runs as well. But we'd also love to connect with an organization here at the School of Pharmacy called RX Ambassadors. And they were involved in having the students go back to their high schools and talk to students about coming to Pitt Pharmacy. But we'd love to partner with RX Ambassadors and perhaps have the students go back to the middle schools and possibly present the game through that kind of source, which I think would be great since that would help reach a ton of different middle schools and a ton of different areas, even outside of Pittsburgh too. And we'd also love to share our results that we found with the read to lead creators of the game. And also just something to note, just being there and talking to the middle school students, I was very impressed with their knowledge of not just pharmacy, but just as a whole. I was like asking them questions about asthma, and they knew a lot of like what causes the disease, like what are some symptoms, what can you use to treat it. And for a sixth grade student, like I was very impressed by that. I know I definitely didn't know what an inhaler was in sixth grade, so that was just a little takeaway that I thought was really cool to see. And yeah, we have our contact information down there if you'd like to reach out to us and working on this in the future, or if you have any other questions.
Thank you. And I do also want to acknowledge, I think I saw both on the call, Dr. Alina Pinchington and Ingrid Godfrey, who are colleagues down at SciTech, made this possible along with a longstanding collaboration. So it was a pleasure to reconnect with them as always, and the opportunity to work with somebody as bright and excited as Jendaya and Benjamin for helping on this project. Thank you. Yeah. Questions or comments from the group? I see Aaron Devanathan.